Alright everybody, welcome back. Today is the wrap up of the box blind video. Will and I just got up here and we're just hanging out. We opened the windows, let it cool off in here a little bit, but I wanted to do a walkthrough of everything we did to the blind. To make it easier, we end up filming a bunch of B-roll for the rest of the process just because we were kind of trying to figure it out as we went. So figuring it out and trying to film it is a little bit more difficult, so we end up just B-rolling everything we did. So what we're going to start off with is our windows. As you can see right here, if Will points the camera right there, you will see these plexiglass windows. They're on small hinges, and then we have a lock here. So I'm going to go ahead and explain how we did these. So these plexiglass windows are cut a 1/2 inch smaller than the opening. So let's say from stud to stud we have a 24-inch window. These are 23.5 inches by a 1/2 inch of whatever the distance is. That way allowed the window to fit in the hole. So that's number one. Number two, the next thing we did is every window is a little bit different on the hinges, but for the most part they're all a 2-spot hinge, and the way it worked is we drilled holes in the plexiglass and we used aluminum rivets and washers to fasten to the window. From there, we came down. I ended up having to pack out the windows with this 1/2 inch plywood here, bring it out a little bit to allow our garage door trim to sit flush. So, got all the PVC or the plexiglass windows cut, hinges on them up at the shop. Then what we did was we came down here, the garage door trim, I cut the top piece to length and the bottom piece to length, and then I filled in the insides. And what I did was I caulked everything in with silicone, that way nothing can leak, and that allows this window to shut and it seals it against the garage door trim. It's not 100% sealed, but it's pretty dang good for what we got. So from there, as you can tell, we've got all windows. The big windows here, we have a 3-bay hinge with 3 hinges, and these open up. It's very crucial to make sure your hinges are square when you're doing this. As you can tell, there's no squeaks in this one. This back one's got a little squeak right there, so if you go slow, it should be alright. Maybe a little WD-40, but anyways. With the garage door trim, I went to Lowe's and I found an exterior cabinet screw. What they look like, I don't have one in here, but I think I used 1.5 inch screws, and they got a fat head on them, like a washer type head. They just hold everything and fasten everything a little bit easier. So I used that for all the garage door trim everywhere. Also, if I didn't know, these plexiglass, I ordered everything on Amazon. I found the best deals, and I basically ordered the plexiglass for the window. So I didn't necessarily frame everything and then figure out what plexiglass I needed. I framed the windows to the plexiglass I got. So I think this one was a 2 foot by 48 inch piece. I think I ripped it. I think this is a 12 inch by 48 inch tall. This one might be 36 by 14. This back one might be 12 by 24, and I think this one is 10 by 36, something along those lines. Anyways, Amazon I found was the cheapest place to find the plexiglass. I really had to hunt on there, but I did get it all. Moving on. This is, I believe, 3/4 inch conduit I got from Lowe's. I got a little piece. Inside, I drilled a fat hole for those cabinet screws to fit through, and then just a small little 1/8 inch hole on the back side. And how it works is, I got a picture here. Oh, I got everything right here to show you. I got these little springs at Lowe's. I cut them in half, and what I did was this is that cabinet screw with a fat head on it. It goes through the big opening there, and a little hole there. Basically, this sits in here like so with that spring on it, and that allows this window, it has some spring behind the clamp here, behind that, so it just is enough tension to hold it snug against the glass or against the garage door trim. That's the way I have it sealed. It was very cheap to do. I think it cost me $10 for all the hardware to latch everything. So we'll see how it holds up. For now, that's what I got going. And then I guess another thing to finish up was I got this bug pest spray foam that I sealed everything around the roof that I could. I'm trying to keep this as bug tight as possible. There are some ants and stuff that make their way in here, but however, it's as sealed as what it can be right now. I know some people are going to say I should paint the inside. Down the road, that probably is what's going to happen, but for this year, we're basically out of time. We're basically going to hunt it the way it is. The one thing I do want to get some type of carpet or foam pad in here on the floor just because it's a little bit loud right now. So down the road, maybe I'll insulate it, put some sheet metal underneath just to protect it from bugs and different things, but for now, this is it. If we'll go ahead and take a pan. We got the food plot planted. It's just starting to come up right now. If I didn't tell you, it's the middle of August. Deer season is 2 and 3 weeks away, probably somewhere in that range. And yeah, maybe a month away. Hopefully we'll see what happens. The food plot, where it's coming up now, it looks like a little bit spotty. Like I might have missed some spots of the seed. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I might have overseeded heavy somewhere. We'll find out when it gets a little bit taller, but I am having a problem. A lot of those oats are coming back up. So be sure to check out the food plot videos if you're interested in that. So that being said, Will's going to go ahead and give you a little pan around, and if not, we really hope you enjoyed this video. If there's anything very specific we missed in this series that you want to see, leave a comment. We'll be sure to make a video of it. And yeah, other than that, guys, we really appreciate everyone that's watching. We appreciate everyone that subscribes to the channel and leaves a comment and follows us along. So be on the lookout for this year's hunting videos as we got a bunch of stuff planned. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.